Okay, so you have just the one major arcana card, your Hierophant, and we have 2 wands and a cup. We'll start over here at the beginning, which is our 4 of Cups. Now, this can be considered a card that deals with our emotional perspective and our kind of our contemplative thoughts. You can see that this guy is sitting under the tree, probably a bit, I don't know, he's a bit peeved. He's got his arms crossed. He's not really willing to take much on board at the moment, but what this card indicates is that there may be that you're being offered something that you're either not seeing or you're not interested in, or you're saying, no, I'm waiting on these other potentials. So sometimes this is about learning to accept what we have and be grateful for it, and to look at all things that come our way, because sometimes the hidden perspectives or the stuff you can't necessarily see has just as many qualities and can be just as worthy for us as the things that we think are going to work. So this is your beginning of May, and that's your first card. So this type of energy could be around at the very beginning. So if you get sort of offers turning up that you would normally go, nah, can't be bothered with that, or I'm not interested, give it a second shot and just let it work its way through, or do a little bit of research into it, because it could end up paying dividends to you. And also at the beginning of May, show your gratitude for what you do have in life. Being grateful is a magical, high vibrational energy that can change situations, circumstances. It can change and alter people's energies, how they feel about you and how you feel about them. So gratefulness is a true positive thing to bring in. We move into the second week and we see the Hierophant, your only major arcana card. Now the Hierophant, he's known as a traditionalist and doing things by the book, by the legal rules. He also is, if you like, the figure of popeliness. He has down here these 2 worshippers at his feet. Now, it can indicate that you could be feeling kind of religiously inclined or wanting to follow a religious indoctrination. It could also mean that there is something around this time in May that makes you either attend a religious event like a wedding, or going to a church for some reason, or any of those type of feelings it brings in. But it also, he's got his hand up here and he's halting things. It's quite often a period in life where you don't push boundaries too much. If this energy's around, you sort of have to follow the protocol. So if you're told that you have to behave in a certain manner or do things in a certain way because that's the way it's done currently in society, you sort of have to go, okay, right, whatever. You can shut your eyes and look the other way, but do it anyhow, because you usually won't get much further when he's around. There are brick walls up. It's just like the law. You have to follow the law. We all have to stop at red traffic lights. We all have to give way in our cars, and we all have to abide by the rules that society sets. So basically that's what this card is telling you. But some of you, as I say, may find a spiritual insight, or a raising in your spirituality, or a questioning of your beliefs, or a wanting to look further into them, to connect with them at a deeper level. That's a possibility as well. And considering he is the major arcana, the Hierophant, there could be something along those lines that's just that little bit deeper. You're just a bit more esoteric feeling with it. Now, as we come along here to the third week and we see the 8 of Wands, it's quite often designated as a card of quick, swift action. So things happening quickly, like, and it can be air travel. So some of you may be going on a trip in May and you might be going by air. Now this could be work related, or it could be for pleasure. The other thing that this card is often mentioned about by other readers is the possibility of new romance coming in. And I mean new, so it's usually not someone that's already in your life, it's somebody new, if any of you are out there looking for new romance. And it can be quite full on. I mean, look at all these 8 of them coming right, aiming for you. Pew! So you might feel a sudden influx of interest and activity and action too. It's as if you go out and you're dating and you're out socializing and it's all on. That's a possibility with the card. Basically, it's all about quickness, newness, events, opportunities. So even if it's work related, there could be opportunities for those of you who are looking for employment. That might be in the air in that latter part of May. So it might be a good time to apply for jobs, to put your CV out there. Health-wise, it's generally saying that your health could be on the mend too, and that if you've had any other health worries, now would be a time where it might kick into action and move quickly into another phase. I come back to this one a little bit, the Hierophant, and talk about health very briefly here. It often suggests that health-wise you should perhaps stick to the traditional methods. That's what this one can refer to, traditionality. And it can be around health and relationships and work and ethics and morals, everything really, as I mentioned before. We get to the fourth card and we see the Four of Wands. It's a beautiful card. Look at its sunny disposition. There's a couple holding up beautiful bouquet of flowers as they seemingly have coming to walk through this archway. The archway is often denoted as being the arch of love or a wedding arch. So some of you may even attend a wedding or may get some sort of opportunity around what we call marriage or wedding vibrations. It can be a new relationship, so it feels as though there could be a bit of this coming for you in the latter part of May. It can also be the reaffirmment of a committed relationship and that feeling of bonding and stability and harmony and love. Even if you were looking at it from a health perspective, it exudes positivity and the feeling of overcoming health issues at that point. So you've got quite a nice reading. There's some pretty fast old action in there, and there's some opportunities or things being presented to you in the month of May. You might not be interested in them all, but I think you're going to have a few offers. Let's have a look at this next set of cards. Tony Salarino Angel deck that deal with kind of our shadow self, or the self that we have sometimes difficulties in addressing, and sometimes we just don't know how to get to an answer at the certain points of us or parts of us that we block off or put away, and we just don't know how to do it. So let's have a look and see what's coming in these cards. They're hard to shuffle, so I'll lay them out. Angel of Joyfulness. Something wondrous and magical is about to happen. Well, that does match with the first half of the reading with you. You know, quite a lot of nice flowing activity and the Four of Wands at the end. It feels as though towards the end of May you've got really nice, uplifting, positive, happy energy around you. And this gorgeous angel is also saying, well, get ready and embrace it because something nice is coming your way. So that's really nice. We'll do one more. Angel of Relaxation. Let go of desired outcomes and you will get what you want. Sometimes we just have a specific in mind and we're so focused on having it go our way, and we work too hard at it. And in doing that, you can shut down the creativity that actually allows it to open and flourish and move into activity again. You know, you might have a set way that you think something should happen, and you're so focused on getting it to happen in that set direction. But if you just let it go and let it take its own course and manifest itself, eventually it'll probably get there in a different way than you anticipated, but it will have most likely the same outcome. And I think that's something we need to learn. It's a good learning lesson, is the ability to let go of the desired outcome, because we often are too constrictive with the way we want or demand things to be. So just saying, whatever, you know, it is what it is. Oh, I love that saying, it is what it is. And when you accept that, it's interesting how it will evolve and mutate on its own and turn into an outcome that's usually kind of what you would have expected anyhow. So there we are, Libra. You have some nice cards for May. Let's just see what the angels of Atlantis would like to say to you as well. Divine intelligence. It's a beautiful It's a beautiful gift and message to be receiving. Metatron is usually known as the white light angel, very considered a high angel, used to be an earth being or a human, and he is bringing this knowledge into you. There's a green light there, which is often around the healing perspective of the heart, but this is also divine intelligence which comes to you through your mind. Now, interesting that the last card said let go of situations and they will eventually just turn into their own way and state of being. And one of the other cards in your reading, the Hierophant card, is so much about that connection to higher esoteric learnings and values of life. And this is, if you like, what divine intelligence is as well. So it's enabling you to go beyond yourself, connect with the universe, and learn some of the magical realities of our soul's journey, our past lives, the connection to all creation that is. So a lovely feeling there for you for May. It feels as though you will journey a little bit into your spiritual evolution and have a wonderful time doing it with gifts like that. So thank you, Libra. Thank you for listening, subbing and liking and leaving your comments. I appreciate them all, and I wish you all a very wonderful, happy May with lots of divine intelligence coming your way.